Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you like this watch, you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. And today we are discussing the Grand Seiko High-Beat GMT SBGJ013 in titanium. This is a watch 40 millimeters in diameter that sits easily on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist. The titanium is light in weight and hypoallergenic, so if you have an allergy to latex or nickel, both of which can be found in conventional watches with straps and steel construction, this might be the choice for you. It's an easy watch to wear because all of titanium, it doesn't wear like a 40. Eyes closed, it could be a 36. So ergonomics are excellent. It's not a thick watch, it's not a thin watch. 14.5 millimeters, but it does have a generously stepped and sloped case flank that will help it slide underneath jacket cuffs. Lug-to-lug, two ways to measure this one across the wrist. Lug-to-lug, case only, you're going to find this is a 46.2 millimeter watch, so ideal for smaller wrists. Nevertheless, the solid end links of the bracelet do extend it to 49.7 millimeters. I would still say this watch is ideally suited to wrists as small as 13.5 centimeters in circumference. The bracelet is comfortable and, like the rest of the watch, manufactured of a high-grade titanium that will take a fine polish, and you can see both the case, Zaratsu polished by tin plate means, eye, hand, and experience. The same is bestowed on the facets of the bracelet, as you'll note polished intermediate links and perfectly aligned polished transitional bevels from the tops of the links to the flanks of the links. Satin finish otherwise. This is a Grand Seiko titanium bracelet. Steel bracelets feature screws, titanium bracelets feature pin sleeves, and there is a trigger-actuated deployment clasp that gives you peace of mind against accidental opening. I particularly appreciate the polished relief Grand Seiko logo, border, and polished triggers on both sides. Attention to detail is strong with this one. One more note on the Zaratsu style polish. What I'm talking about is the optically smooth polishing on the facets of this Grand Seiko polyhedron case. The polishing is done by means of eye, hand, and pressure against a rotating tin plate where the case is actually pressed against the rotating tin plate, and by eye and experience, these facets, both in terms of surface finish and dimensions, are created, and they are micrometrically perfect from side to side, despite being created by manual means. Very impressive, and the kind of art that has long since disappeared at Breitling, Omega, and Rolex, if it ever existed in the first place. Polished angular bezel, and a dial, which you can probably see better from this angle. Let me try to get it at its best, but it features what would be described as a tapestry pattern if this were a Rolex, or teak deck if it were an Omega. But it is a vertical striation. Let me see if I can improve the focus here. It is a vertical striation that runs top to bottom, and perfectly aligned striations define the north-south of the dial. And you can see it to good advantage from this angle. All of the indices are applied by hands. They are faceted and diamond polished, and the same can be said of the hands at center. Beautifully made, the dial and dial furniture rank as the strongest aspects of Grand Seiko fabrication, easily on par with Rolex. Qualitatively, this is among the best in the world. Now, it is a GMT. You have a 24-hour format hand in gold, settable independently from the local hour hand at center. There's a date window with a likewise hand-finished aperture to smooth the transition from dial base to date disc, and the dual-time watch features a high-beat caliber. Through the back you can see caliber 9S86, 100 meters water resistant. There is a screw-down crown, 55-hour power reserve, 10 beats per second or 36,000 vibrations per hour, adjusted to a chronometer busting 6 positions. A chronometer is generally adjusted to 5 positions for the COSC test, so Grand Seiko goes one better. 37 joules, entirely watchmaker manufactured, watchmaker regulated. It is a handcrafted, hand-tuned product on par with the best from Switzerland. There is a hacking seconds function, as well as the ability to set the local hour hand independent of the rest of the indications, and even drive the date forward or backwards as you cross the international date line. Beautifully made inside and out. You can see and you can purchase this Grand Seiko High-Beat GMT on the Watchbox.